What do you think's so depressing about being a dentist?
I know I'm older and I'm tired of doing it.
But the whole
Would
career...
I myself being a dentist? Absolutely not.
Can I tell
Not
you?
worth myself over. But I'm tired. I've been an administrator and a dentist because I own several locations. And I have to tell
Several?
You, yes.
So you're rich.
I'm well off.
Why
I
don't you
wouldn't
pay
say
these
Jason
guys
rich.
more money?
You sound like Ethan from H3.
My balls is totally moving, new and improving. Knockdown, we get back up. I've got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is a
Yeah. Welcome to the show. Turn that singing mic off. There we go.
Welcome, Jimmie Lee.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
So, you are a colorful guy.
Thank you. Is that good or bad?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Appreciate that.
Thank
you.
You gonna keep touching me?
I like you. Not that way, though.
Right. Because you got rainbow Adidas.
No, it's just my tracksuits.
Right. And the hair is like suspect, too.
What do you think about the hair?
It's weird.
It's weird. Mike, what do you think?
I can see how it plays on camera. Sitting here right next to it, every time you turn, I get like a different angle on what parts of your actual scalp I'm able to see.
Shh. So let's not tell the viewers that.
There's definitely...
The what? It's receding?
Well, kind of like the humor, yeah.
I mean, you know that's a weird look, right?
Do you think it's weird? I think it's normal. My guys think it's
weird. I feel like if I'm saying it's weird, I don't really have a foot.
Do you think that these guys think that it's normal?
Yes.
I mean,
because they're with me every day.
I feel sorry. Are you drugging them?
Actually, yes.
Do you have a lot of baby oil lotion in your mansion?
No.
Right. You don't, because these guys look. I mean, he looks like. Are you okay being here? Like, if you tap twice if you want to be out, because I'll get you out. Just one tap.
One tap.
So he wants.
Sound
to
like
stay.
UFC. One tap.
Yeah. No, you should probably tap a couple times if you want to live. All right. You all right, dude?
Jace, what about him?
Well, he looks all right. He looks like he's just some dude. He looks like he maybe came here by choice. But this kid's got, I don't know,
I think he's being held under the will.
I don't know. Does your mom know you're here?
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's old enough to legally consent to be here.
He seems young. How old are you, dude?
26.
Okay, that's all right.
That's all right.
Yeah. I don't want anybody under 24 in my house. You know? Just don't like 24-year-olds. You know, your brain hasn't fully developed until you're 25. And a lot of times these days, that's not true either. It's my security.
Okay.
Yeah. The dogs bark. They're not very ferocious, but they bark, and then I come out, kill everybody.
Okay.
Right.
So they're afraid of you. You're not.
No. They're my alarm system.
How many dogs do you have? I saw 3.
25.
No, you don't.
So I've got a couple on the roof as well.
Is that true, Mike?
It's like Cruella de Vil out there.
I've got a horse too.
Do you really?
Yeah. I'm getting another horse.
So you like animals?
I do, yeah. I believe that, I feel like I am one, and the more animals I have around me, the more I feel like I'm a part of, the jungle of life.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You're like the Dr. Moreau of dogs.
Yeah, there it is.
Give it time.
So why do you love animals? You grew up with them?
Yeah. My mum was somebody that always had animals. And then she was a bartender, and everybody knew that she would take care of animals. So people used to leave boxes of puppies at the door. And
So
instead
your
of my
mom
mum,
ended up with a ton of animals?
anybody want to kill an animal, they'd leave it at the pub, and my mum would let it live with us.
So you end up with a lot of animals. So you're following suit almost.
Yeah, like I used to sleep, like I would wake up and there'd be cats and dogs all over me. And
Wow.
and it just became
Just
like
used to it.
Yeah, I don't like fur in my mouth.
So wait a minute. Do you have cats or just dogs?
I have everything.
You have a mix and match.
Yeah, I had a rabbit, but somebody ate it.
But no big cats.
Like a lion?
Not like a Siegfried.
Well,
and
if the
Roy.
show gets bigger, then yeah, I would have a lion.
Like Tiger King, they have big animals.
I wouldn't do that because I feel like those guys. I want to be I want to be a friend of a tiger or a lion, not just like come outside and poke the bear. You know, like
Yeah,
I need to spend a lot of quality time. I feel like having
You
a
want to
pet.
be like Steve Irwin almost, the guy.
Yes,
passed,
a
yeah.
lot like Steve Irwin in America,
But he
alive.
truly loved animals.
That's what I do. I truly
you
love
go.
animals.
I mean, he did it
we
for
are
the right
very
reason.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. You're Australian.
I am.
Wasn't he Australian?
Yes.
Yeah. So
basically the same
wait a minute,
person.
We have a lot in common.
We do.
Yeah.
Just yes.
Yeah.
That. I don't
that.
like. I don't wear. I do wear shorts as short as his, but not today.
You're not wearing the green fatigues.
No, I don't like that color.
Not a khaki guy.
Not a khaki guy, but apart from that, and I would never marry his wife.
Yeah.
She's not hot enough for me.
Would you marry? Remember that show, The Bounty Hunter, that blonde hair guy?
I would never marry
Would you
his
marry
wife
his
either,
wife?
or him. Not my type.
Yeah, I
they
know.
They look very similar. They look like they're related.
They look like two dudes. Almost.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one way to cover it. Yep.
That's one way to cover it.
You a dentist?
My real job is I'm a dentist. And
Do you still have that job?
Yeah, my passion is obviously my entertainment. I breathe
Just
and live it,
entertainment?
love it. But it
What
doesn't
makes
pay
you
the
want to be?
bills.
What's that?
Doesn't pay the bills, Jay.
Because you're not that entertaining.
Thanks for that.
Well, I'm not
Vote of
saying
confidence. I'm already got hurt. And now you're hitting a little Jewish.
it's
guy
more of
when he's down.
it's more of a Jewish thing. Don't try to get me to be sympathetic.
I want to give you the Jewish guilt.
I'm Jewish.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Is he?
Why?
Don't look at me.
Do I know?
If it was Jacob, you could sell.
I don't look Jewish to you.
No, Jason. If you were
wait,
Jacob,
Jason's not a Jewish name,
maybe it could be.
right?
But Ellis isn't.
Ellis is a black name. I'm like Lenny Kravitz. I'm half
Or
black
Lenny
and
Kravitz,
half
half
Jewish.
half black.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
yeah.
So, but I'm not saying you're not entertaining. I definitely think you're entertaining. It's just the masses haven't figured it out yet, so that you still have to be a dentist.
Yeah.
And
That's
do you
true.
think that not? Because do you think you're entertaining?
Well, I get compliments that I'm a character. Sometimes my jokes aren't funny, but just me and around people, the energy and the love and the vibe, they really enjoy it. I have I'm building a fan base by just constantly being out on the street because it's what I enjoy. I'm in New York like every weekend with these guys, and I'm in LA. I used to come twice a year. I'm coming 4 times a year, and I'm an older guy and I'm hustling like a young guy, Mike. And it's not for money, it's for right here. It's just I have this yearning to just go out and have fun and have ready for this. You're gonna laugh, but to have strangers love me and come up to me and recognize me, want a picture. And it makes me feel really happy. I don't know if that's bad, Mike, or good, but it could be from just my childhood, the void of the love from Mom. Mom was mentally ill.
Well, I can relate to that.
Well, let's.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right, you guys.
Bobby
are-
Lee, when we were on, he said, we were talking a little like this, and he said, I can relate to what you're saying because it sounded like he had a similar thing.
Do you feel like you were a neglected child?
Well, Mom was bipolar, and Dad took care of Mom, and my brother and I, we're 10 years old, making our own sandwiches, and we're doing a lot for ourselves. Mom's in bed depressed half the time. My dad's taking a psychiatrist. And then, my mom took her own life when I was 30.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, and then, I got married to a beautiful, nice Asian girl whose family adopted me because they love me and I'm deep down a good person, and I've been with my wife. I was in dental school. She was in college. And I kind of knew when I met her that I wanted to marry her because I think when you date a lot of girls and, when I was young, I was nice looking. I had real hair that looked like this.
So you got around.
Yeah, but I played the field enough to know what I wanted. And I'm glad I married her. And, I always kid around. I say I'm not chasing girls at my age. I'm chasing fame and FOMO and love from fans. And I'm insecure in that I like an entourage of people around me.
Do you pay them, or do you just keep
well,
them
I
around
would
like
say
giving hot dogs or something?
No, I would say I'm always generous and we eat out and all that. And I try to pay something, Jace, because I'm not really making money at it.
Right.
But I have people that come out because they love me. Like Peebler's a good example, who does windows and cabinets, and I don't pay him, but he's a once a weeker guy. But he does content. He's coming out every day. I do pay some, but what the point I'm trying to say is I have this love for comedy and to be known and recognized for it, and it just makes me feel like the feeling I get is like high. It's like if someone did a drug. I don't do drugs and drink. I never did either, but that's like the high I like. No, I just, when I started school,
I don't recommend you do it your whole life, but dabbling in some drugs and alcohol is pretty fun.
They've got their moments.
Yep, that's all we're saying.
So here's what happened to me. I got educated very young.
He knows for sure.
I got educated real young, and I remember in the beginning of school, we were in courses with medical students, and I remember freshman year in a pathology course, there was a guy, and he said, I'm going to give you advice, and I'm going to explain why. He said, don't smoke cigarettes ever, don't drink alcohol, don't do the sun very much. And then he went into this 2-hour lecture, and I'm 22, and you know what? I listened.
You don't go in the sun?
Very little.
Right.
And alcohol, if anything, a Sambuca once in a blue moon, just when I travel.
That's
just
the
to
choice.
put me to sleep.
That's the choice that you would go for when you go for something.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Do you put an espresso bean in it?
3 beans, and it has to be on ice. Because I'm part
Is
of
that like some
Italian.
Jersey shit?
Hell yeah. Hardcore.
And cigarettes, any type of tobacco is a carcinogen. So you're just looking to get COPD and you're looking to get mouth cancer. So
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
giving
'cause
you
your dentistry.
Yeah, it's being educated a little bit medically and dentally that makes you
I heard,
think things out a little bit before you.
I heard being a dentist makes you want to commit suicide.
Well, they do have.
A high rate.
Yeah, and I will say.
Are you depressed?
No. But I will say a sad
Have you ever been
thing.
depressed?
Sure.
Right.
Sure. A guy, I didn't know him, but his dad had an office down the shore I grew up. And about a year ago, my cousin calls me and he says, so-and-so's son, who's a dentist, he just committed suicide, hung himself in a garage. So when you say that, Jason, it's not even a joke. A lot of dentists,
No, I know. I'm
they
saying it
check
because
out.
I
They
saw
check
it.
out.
Yeah.
I
What do you
would
think?
quit the job before I check out.
What do you think's so depressing about being a dentist?
I know I'm older and I'm tired of doing it.
But the whole
Would
career.
I kill myself being a dentist? Absolutely not.
Can I
It's
tell
not
you?
worth my killing myself over. But I'm tired. I've been an administrator and a dentist because I own several locations. And I have to tell
Several.
You, yes.
So you're rich.
I'm well off.
Why
I
don't you
wouldn't
pay
say,
these
Jason, I'm
guys
rich.
more money?
You sound like Ethan from H3.
Well, I can tell these guys are broke. Do
Yeah.
you guys think that when he dies, you're going to get some of his money? Do you think that you're going to end up, because you're filming, you're uploading stuff, do you think that maybe you're going to be the YouTube star that he isn't?
Well, he's a content creator.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He's a videographer, photographer.
So they're
he
waiting.
has a shot.
They're waiting for you.
They're my partners. I'm not doing it for money.
Yeah, but they
I'm
they
not
are.
doing this for money. If we hit, we share. I don't care if I hit with.
When
money.
he gets big, he's not going to give you any. You know that, right?
I had a handshake deal with him.
Yeah, that means
If I go
no deal.
first, you're coming with me, and we're sharing. And I would hope
If you
he
get
goes,
big, are you bringing him with you?
I would hope I come with him and we share.
Jimmie Lee shit, yeah, I guess.
You what?
If I'm making Jimmie Lee shit, yeah.
Oh,
Right, but if you make your own stuff, are you bringing him with you?
I mean,
That's a no. You realize that, right?
is that a yes? I hope it is because I made a pact with him about that, Jason.
Yeah, but he's from the youth. The youth don't respect the elders.
The fact that if you make it big, you'll give him money for the rest of the hormone therapy?
No, what I did was I did a handshake deal like Sinatra would do,
Yeah.
and I said, we're doing this together. We're like do or die kamikaze pilots.
You guys are like the Rat Pack.
working hard. Yeah, and if I go, you're coming with me, and I do it with all my guys because we're not making money at this. We're doing this. He comes out to meet me in my hotel. He's got the biggest smile.
That's weird.
Everyone's
greet
so
you in a row?
excited to do this stuff. It's so crazy fun. It's crazy fun.
Are you guys having as much fun as he is?
We all are.
You are?
it's pretty insane, yeah.
It's crazy what we do.
What's the most fun thing that you do?
Tell him about St. Gennaro.
No, he's not on a microphone. You tell me.
So San Gennaro, the famous festival, Little Italy, downtown New
So,
York.
Jason, we were down there for 2 weekends, and the shit we did in the skits and what we create, it's just so electric and fun. And we do it at Pink's Hot Dogs here, and we just create, I don't know what it is, a buzz. And I had over 200 fans come to Pink's last time, the day of the Greek show with Ethan. And, You know, it's just a great feeling when people come out and they
Wait, 200 people came to Pink's to see you not get a hot dog,
for fanfare for me, correct?
and you perform for them.
No, what we do is we do a promotion for the business. The owner comes out, feeds all my people free. I make a hot dog. We do a live Instagram, and they get a ton of business from it.
Wow.
And I don't want anything from it. I just want to be loved. And I help my Mr. Pink. I'm like friends with him now, the owner. There's no reason to do it, but just for love and to just have fans come. I'm not doing it for money. If I was doing it for money, I'd charge him money because 200 people come. He gives them all free hot dogs. He's just doing it for
Well, you're not doing it for money because you have 7 dental.
I had 5. I have 3 now.
Right, but you have money, is what we're saying.
Yeah, well, because I saved and I'm smart with money.
Yeah, but the bottom line is that you have money.
Yes.
Right. So
I'm
now-
not super rich, if that's what you're saying, but I'm well off.
But you look. I
I'm
feel like
well
there's
off, Jace.
depending on who you are, having a lot of money and being well off. Like I feel like if you have a slight, like if you're grounded slightly, you know that because some people they want more no matter what they get.
Why?
But if you have enough,
Who doesn't want that?
but you can go to dinner, you could go on a vacation with your wife.
Correct.
That to me that's enough. You know, like when you start going, "Oh, I need a private jet." I feel like you've
I'm
lost
not,
the
Jace,
battle.
I'm not like that.
Right. But you've
I
got
don't
enough
need
to
all
go
that.
on a vacation, probably fly business with your wife or something like that.
I do that,
That's all you.
honestly.
That's living on top.
I live
You're
nice.
you're the king. But you want to be
What-
famous. You want people to love you on the streets. You want to
That's
be
all-
recognized.
That's Jace, all I want
And
now.
that's some
I don't want money
insecurities. You
now.
realize that, right?
Oh, I know. It's a huge void.
I'm not trying to make fun of you because you're talking to a guy with a lot of insecurities as well.
Are you feeling the same as me
Oh,
about
not
that?
anymore.
Does he
Not
like me
anymore.
like-
Not anymore. But I did. When I had a radio show where it was like a pretty big radio show on Sirius XM. My goal was to be famous. I wanted to be a famous person.
So you're like
and
that?
I used to say it. Tully can back me up.
Is it true?
I used to say Tupac used to say, "Fuck the money, fuck the fame. I want the money." And I'd be like,
Who said
I'm
that? You?
Tupac.
I said that
Tupac.
many times.
Yes, and Tully. Both
That's
very
what they
similar.
said. They want the money, not the fame.
Well, I used to want the fame, not the money.
That's how I am.
Right, but now
fist
I
bump.
can't anymore because.
Oh, now you want the money?
No, I don't want any of it.
Oh, you don't want neither.
No, I just
Why?
want to
What
be
made you-
happy.
what made
And
you
I want to
change?
help people.
What made you change?
Realizing that I'm a gluttonous pig in this world and I'll never be satisfied no matter what I want. So now it's just about, can I help people? I would like to be able to have enough money, like I said, to have a vacation with my girlfriend or buy like food at a restaurant, where any restaurant. That's, to me, that still involves being pretty rich these days. So I do want to be wealthy.
Are you at a point in your life where you have money like that?
No, I'm completely broke.
But you doing well in comedy, Brianna told me, and you have this.
Yeah,
But you're
Brianna's my manager. She blows smoke. I'm a up and coming comedian on his way up. I don't make shit from it. And I used to make.
See, you know what? I respect you. You're honest.
Yeah.
Goddamn honest. You could lie and puff. You're being honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
why
nice.
I would lie and puff of it. I don't care if you like me. I'm not doing
I
it
do
to
like
be
you.
liked. No,
But
I'm
you're
saying
being
with
honest with me.
You know, I would like. I'm working very hard to be
To get somewhere right now.
successful enough to be in a position to help more people.
You're like a kind guy.
I
You
try to
sound
be.
like your
I've
childhood
got a
was
lot of
fragmented like mine a little bit.
a what?
Your childhood was fragmented and torn a little bit.
Yeah.
You sound like we're a little similar there.
It just seems like where you are, like in your career, you've made a lot with your career, and now you're on this thing where I feel like now I'm a little ahead of you on this, where I wanted to be famous. Then when I did become pretty famous, I realized that it wasn't really what I thought it would be. Like I thought that once I made it to like, hey, it's him, that would make me happy. And then I realized that it's not
Howie
really.
Mandel said that to me too. He says once you have it, it's when you eat out and people recognize you, come over to take a picture. It doesn't make you happy.
It doesn't.
He told me that in the podcast.
He's right.
And he said, Jim,
And
if
he
you
would
do
know
get
way more
famous-
than I would.
He said, if you do get famous, it's not going to make you happy.
He's
now,
right.
you just said that to me. You're
Yeah.
the second one that said that.
This podcast is sponsored by Miracle Made, the greatest sheets of all time in the history of the universe. Yeah, I got Miracle Made on my bed, and now I had one Miracle Made sheet and the fitted sheet and the pillowcases. One set, that's what I had. And then I had 3 other normal ones. And at first, I was like, whatever, because, you know, I hit my head a lot and I can't remember stuff. But then I was like, you know what? When I put the other ones on, they're not as good. They're kind of jank. And then obviously doing the reads and realizing that NASA inspired, blah, 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 blah. But it's like breathable. I'm like, whatever, swear. I don't believe you. But the bottom line is, is I sleep better with Miracle Made, and now I can't believe I'm saying this. I got more. I bought more. I didn't even use my discount code. I just got more because when I wash the other ones, I don't want the other jank on. Miracle Made. All the way through. That's what I do now. Upgrade your sleep. Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Ellis. Trymiracle.com/Ellis. Try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or for a gift, look, you could buy a gift for somebody, but you need to buy them for yourself so you really know what kind of a gift you're giving people. Order them today and you save 40%. And if you use the promo code Ellis at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. What a deal. Miracle is so confident in their product, they should be. It's backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you can get a full refund. If you get a full refund, send those other ones to me. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Ellis. Use the code Ellis to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Ellis and treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Hey, everybody. Jason Ellis Show, sponsored by Mint Mobile. Do you have a phone, ladies and gentlemen? Because I do. And I've got a phone, and I've got kids that are on my phone thing, and they destroy me. They call people that they shouldn't be calling. And then the Jason Ellis Show got sponsored by Mint Mobile, and then I made my show phone Mint Mobile. And guess what? It works exactly the same as the other service that I was using, but instead it's $15 a month. $15 a month. I don't even know how they do that. I thought for sure when I got that on my show phone that every single time someone would call me, it would not go through. But guess what? It does. And the text, it's a phone. Does the same thing as the other phone, but it's $15 a month. So don't be stupid. Use our code. Get a deal. Mint Mobile is where it's at. Premium wireless plan, $15 a month. Go to mintmobile.com/Ellis. That's mintmobile.com/Ellis. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Ellis. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 GB on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Online therapy, ladies and gentlemen. This month is all about gratitude, everybody, and I'm grateful for BetterHelp. I'm grateful for friends that have told me that I should reach out to a therapist, and you'll be grateful if you use my promo code and reach out to BetterHelp yourself. I definitely need therapy. I'm, at this point, not afraid to admit it because, let's face it, it's pretty freaking obvious at this point, and I'm a very busy person. I don't like driving. I drive all the time. I don't want to drive extra. I barely like going to the supermarket, but I have to because I'll get the wrong avocado. But that's beside the point. If you need therapy, you got to reach out. And for me, I might have a question for somebody, and I don't trust my friends. So I will use BetterHelp, and then I open the laptop, and then I can talk to a professional, and then they can give me some advice that will help me with my life, say career, love life. Who knows? It's none of your business. It's BetterHelp. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Ellis today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Ellis. Hey everybody, Jason Ellis here, Father Grind. It's my skateboard company. I teach people how to skateboard in a safe way. If you're a little bit older, you want to skate, you want to get healthy, you want to skate with your friends, maybe you want to skate with your kids. Do you want to do it and not go to hospital? I am the #1 greatest skateboard teacher in the world. Yeah, if you guys want to check out the tutorial on how to skateboard, I teach the very funny Ian Finance, even Kim Condon. I teach her how to skate. Father Grind, I have skateboards. You can get setups, you can get pads, you can get everything you need to shred. The Jason Ellis Father Grind skateboard made by Paul Schmidt. Tim Barron did the graphics. These are the top of the line in the skateboard game. This is a top of the line skateboard. If you want to be cool, get one of these. So go to fathergrind.com, check it out. Take my advice. I've got a video on how to skate safely so you can have fun and not go to hospital. Go to fathergrind.com. You seem like you're already happy.
I am generally happy.
Oh, that's a doubt. So you're not that happy.
I'm voided that I just want to be loved by the world and be known by the world. So I'm voided there.
But when you hear people like myself and Howie tell you that it is not going to make you happy,
I still want it.
Because you want to know you don't want to read it in a book, you want to experience it yourself.
I want it.
Right. And then when you get
So
there,
you telling me it is, I'm appreciative of that, but I want it. Isn't that weird, Jace?
No,
and
no,
I do believe you guys.
It's not.
And I still might
Well, I
want
think
it.
I don't think it's just when it comes to fame. It's the human nature. It's human experience. People need to find out for themselves.
Yep.
We try as parents. We
That's
try to
true.
tell our kids,
That's
don't do this,
true.
don't do that. They need to make their own.
Right.
And they learn on their own. We're doing that with our kids now. Me and my wife. Same thing.
You have children.
2 boys.
How old are they?
So Blake is he's a sophomore in dental school. He's 24, and Colby is 21. He's a junior in college.
Does
gonna
he want
go
to be a
dental
dentist
school.
as well? Mm-hmm. Both of them. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And they're smart kids and they're nice kids.
Why
my
is
wife's
it-
Asian, so our kids are mixed.
Same here.
Your wife Asian?
She is. My children are not dentists. Why
Smart-
do you think?
Smart guy.
Why do you think that
Wait.
both?
What made
Wait,
you
if
marry
you-
an
if-
Asian girl, Mike? Wait a minute, I got to talk to Mike for a
It has
second.
absolutely nothing to do with her race. I like her.
Oh, see, I
You sought out the Asian race
needed,
specifically.
I needed I had the yellow fever, Jason.
Wow.
I had the yellow fever.
Which is what they called it in those days.
Yeah, people thought I had malaria as a kid. I got the yellow fever for the girls, the Asian girls. So you found yours that you fell in love with.
Yes.
Because you loved her.
Hey,
May
yeah.
I ask what her?
She's
race-
Japanese.
Japanese.
What
The-
kind
the
you
best-
get?
the
What
best
kind,
Asian.
what kind you get?
Try. What are we in a shop buying?
Whatever, yellow fever. I
I
think
know.
we can go anywhere we want after what
Chinese,
you
Hong
just
Kong,
said.
Chinese.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, they're all right.
She's a person. They're all right. She'll kill us if she hears this, Lynn.
I heard Chinese do that.
They don't. Oh no, that was Japanese. That was.
I'm
Pearl
just
Harbor.
riffing with you after the yellow thing. Sorry.
What do your sons think of your comedy career?
So my younger son's like me. He understands. My older son's more embarrassed because he's quiet like my wife.
So he's the smartest one.
Yeah, and they're a little bit embarrassed.
Right.
But I think they are starting to understand why I'm screwed up, and I do this because of my childhood. Because they're a little bit older now, so they understand a little bit more. When they were young, they just
Have you
didn't
been to
understand.
therapy?
I tried a little bit of it, and you know what, Mike?
Tell me.
I'm just me, and I'm older now. And you know what, Jason? I'm just me. And I'm
Okay,
gonna.
You
and I'm
can't, put,
gonna.
you, can't,
Mike,
you can't put the ketchup back in the bottle.
and Mike, I'm not changing at my age. I'm gonna be 60
I
years old
understand that.
soon. I'm not changing.
So-
How old are you?
Almost 60. So
Oh.
I'm not changing. I'm not changing.
Okay.
I'm not a mental health professional. It would seem to me perhaps you got shortchanged on having a full childhood, or feel like you got. And now,
No. That's
Okay.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the therapist had said. Is you left home with an empty suitcase, and you seek love from everybody because you didn't get it at your house. Mm-hmm. And I think he's right.
It must have been terrible because we forget how much we've all evolved.
But
please
Mike,
go ahead.
But Mike, here's the effed up thing. I'm older, and I know this, and I know getting famous won't make me happy yet. I still am out on the streets like a 30-year-old on weekends, and it's 8:30, and we're at Cipriani's eating, and I want to film it. These guys go, these are 25-year-old kids. I go, I'm exhausted. I go, guys, let's go another hour. They go, no. And I got to drive home 2 hours, and they get to take a train and be home in an hour. So there is something wrong with me. But I'm okay with it. I love all this shit. I would do this 7 days a week, Mike, almost for free.
What
As
is-
opposed to being the dentist. When I'm in the dental office, Jason, I'm working on a patient, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to order at Cipriani's on Saturday, or what our agenda is. Like that, my mind isn't even there, Mike.
Yeah, why the hell
Isn't that
would
the
you?
weirdest
I'm
thing?
It
sure
makes
you
me
can.
not want to go to you to get my teeth up.
But
and
wait a
up.
minute, you want to hear the most effed up thing, Jace?
Sure.
And my dental assistant says this: your work. I'm so OCD and ADD as a dentist. My work is perfect. My temporary crowns look like permanent crowns. My dentures fit with no post-ops. My work's gorgeous. I lost interest in it, but my work is stellar. And Renee said it's very sad that your work, because we had an associate we let go, I keep redoing his work. Your work and your customers love you. I treat my customers like gold, especially the ones that spend like they treat me in my hotel. And I have this boutique beautiful practice with nice people. I just, Jason, lost interest in it. But when you say you don't want to go to me, if you went to me,
Well, now I changed my mind. Because
you
it
wouldn't
sounds like
you
you're really
wouldn't
good.
know you wouldn't know that I feel like that inside.
Do you have that
And you
haircut
see
when
my
you-
work
At work?
No, I'm normal at work. I
Okay.
just my regular. I'm normal. I talk to people. I do nice things for people, and the work's beautiful.
What do you mean nice things?
High rollers that come in, I send them down to Aller Lamberti's for dinner. I do.
Wait, you
nice
take
things for
a patient to dinner?
people. No, if someone's spending, dropping money,
Yeah.
I call the GM and I say I'm sending 2 of my customers down.
After
And I
they've
have
been
an
to the
account.
dentist, they eat food?
No, what happens is, say you come in and spend like 10 large with me.
Yeah.
What would a dental high
And-
roller be spending?
Wait, what
that
does
on?
10 large get me?
Well, I'm just going to use a number. Let's say you spend 10, 12, 15, you and your wife or you.
Right.
I'm going to send you out to dinner. When you call for an appointment, I'm going to take somebody out of hygiene, put you right in. I'm going to take care of you.
What am I getting that's that expensive in
Yeah.
a dental office?
Implant work, 5-unit bridges, dentures, precision dentures, upgrade zirconia crowns. Dentistry's expensive.
Wow. Even with insurance.
Well, insurance is really,
Doesn't
Jason,
cover anything, does it?
it's getting worse and they're covering less. And now
Why is that?
our revenues are now becoming more predominantly patients paying than insurance. Well, they really, since COVID, I have meetings with my operations manager about it, and we have to now have a policy that, you guys, some insurance companies stop paying on things like major procedures, and we have this policy with customers, you're going to pay us everything up front, we're going to submit your claim, and if they pay it, they'll send you the money. Because
Wow.
insurance companies, Jason, in the last, say, year and a half have cut back. So our patient revenues for our company used to be 50-50. There's 75% patients and 25% insurance.
Does that mean less people come to the dentist?
No, it means insurance companies are budgeting us so they can make more profit. They're screwing me, but what they're really indirectly doing, Mike, is they're screwing their customer. They charge
Yeah.
because I'm almost done with insurances.
Right.
My operations and admin people. they're
What
tired of
colored
it.
metal can you get for teeth? Because I want to have all gold teeth, like all my teeth gold, not
Yep.
just a couple.
What do you think of the work Jason's got?
So he has full gold crowns. They're
Yeah.
expensive because gold's expensive. A zirconia crown's expensive. It's because the
Zirconia, I don't
higher.
rock zirconia.
So zirconia is all porcelain, no metal. And
I
then
thought you
the-
meant cubic zirconia. I was like,
No. And then what the traditional crown is a porcelain to metal or porcelain to gold crown,
Right.
which is like metal underneath and the porcelain that makes it look nice on the top.
You got a goddamn toilet in your mouth.
Well, it's like an old bathtub.
Yeah.
The old bathtubs when we were very young were those hard bathtubs.
Yeah.
It was metal and porcelain. It's the
How do you feel
exact
about-
same component of a crown.
how do you feel about Kanye's teeth?
Kanye West.
Yes.
What
Is
does he
there another?
have?
He has stupid teeth, in my opinion.
Does he have
They're-
gold teeth?
No, they're like carbon fiber or something. They're like gray.
I'll show you.
They look stupid.
Yeah.
Let me look.
You got divorced today.
From who?
The new one.
The new one.
Yeah. It's too bad I was rooting for those two. The chick
Yeah,
who was
I thought
the
they were
chick who
gonna
was-
make it, Michael.
The chick who was naked everywhere.
Yes, she was great. I mean, for that.
So what did he do to his teeth?
It looks like he has masking tape.
He may be in temps.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, he's getting something done. That's not a permanent thing. Let me see.
That's what we said. But apparently he paid a lot of money for those pile of shit teeth.
There's some type of temp. You know what he probably has under that?
Duct tape.
He probably has some implants that they have to heal and lock into the bone, and then they're going to give him a roundhouse implant bridge.
So how much for a full gold grill? Real,
Well, a
not
gold
caps.
crown. A gold crown. Now you got to remember, I'm in South Jersey. New York could probably be $2,000. We charge for a regular crown $1,200, for zirconia $1,400, a gold crown $1,400. Why? Because the lab bill's more money. It's not like I'm making a lot more on you. But if you went to New York, the crowns would be like $2,000, or maybe in Beverly Hills $2,000.
Right.
Just because the cost of living's more.
Right.
So how long were you a dentist? I'm assuming the whole time, somewhere deep inside.
Well, I've been a dentist since like the late '80s till now.
And the whole time you must have been sort of harboring the dream. I don't know how real
But it's
it was
getting
for
worse.
you.
It's getting worse, Mike, as I'm getting older.
I understand that.
Yeah, because you figure now you have more money, less time.
Of course.
So you get a little panicky, like you want to get more shoots in, you want to try to get platformed on more podcasts.
Yeah.
And you want to try to really blow up now.
Well, you know what I've come to realize? I'm not as old as you. I'm not saying you're very
How old
old.
are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 47.
And how old?
52.
Okay, so you're both
53 this weekend.
both younger than me.
But you just realize at a certain point in the last couple of years, I realized there's things I said I want to do someday. Someday's got to come. And for you, someday is here. The time is now.
Time's now for me.
You might be great 10 years from now, but that's not guaranteed. Right now you want to do it. Right now you have the resources to do it. And I admire
And
you.
my health, Jason, now, how do I know how I'll be in 10 years?
Of course you
Yeah,
don't.
you don't
know.
sound
You
that
don't
good
know.
right now. You're coughing something up. What's going on? You
No,
all right?
I'm hoarse.
Horse from what? What'd you do?
Just we were doing street
Smoking
comedy
bongs with your
today.
teenage friends over here?
No, we were doing street comedy in Venice today for a couple
Street
hours.
comedy. What are you singing?
No, just kidding around with people.
Are you honing in on your? Are you like really working your craft like a comedian, or how does it work for you? Are these jokes or are these riffs, or do you have material?
I've written so many jokes, and then I'm very good with situational comedy. So I'm on the street, and I'll see an Asian guy, and I'll say, "I told you no starch on the collar. I've told you twice, and you're steaming me up. My wife's aggravated. She tells me she don't want to pay the bill. I'm going to give you another shot, and tell your wife next time when I see her, no duck sauce. We like the mustard sauce."
So you're
So
a
it's
racist
a little-
comic.
It's a little bit like Don Rickles.
Do you do racism jokes for any other race, or is it just Asian?
No. Nobody's exempt, whether you're a race, you're fat or thin, old or young, Jewish or Protestant. I feel like Don Rickles. You have to laugh at yourself and have fun and enjoy. Because number one, we're not going to be here forever. You see?
You're
And I
smart
think
enough.
laughing at yourself is something we all do. I make fun of myself too.
Look,
Yeah.
as a comedian, I work with a crowd, and I get to see how things go, and I adjust accordingly because of the crowd that I'm telling the jokes to.
Correct.
You're telling jokes to
I do that too.
You do stand up as well.
I did stand up for 4 years, and I stopped.
4 years is not very long,
Yeah, but it wasn't metrically in terms of YouTube views and stuff. It wasn't getting me what I wanted. And when I started to do street stuff, I saw the views, and they were way higher, and the engagement was the people.
Right, but
loved it more.
you're not answering
so
my
I stuck
question.
with the one thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Material,
I'm
like
sorry.
to work your material, to hone your material, get it better.
I'm
to
doing it
sharpen
more on
your
the street.
tools.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
but
it on the street.
I still haven't asked the question. When you're talking to one or two people at a time, how do you know whether your jokes are getting better when it's only two people that maybe that guy or that girl doesn't really like your joke today? Like when you get a crowd of people, it's like you kind of get a read on whether this is a funny thing that I'm doing.
So when I did stand up, there'd be 100, 150 people, and I would do, like they would call it a bracket joke. So I already knew I had two jokes that were good. And anytime I tried a joke, my friend would say, put it in the middle. So you have a good one, hits. This one's your tester, and then you have another one. So I'd do a tester, and then I would do it at the two stand-up shows. And if it worked, I kept it in until I took it out. That's when I did stand-up. I went on the street. I just wing it. Some of the skits work, some don't. Sometimes when they don't work, my girls go, Jim, they're getting mad, let's go.
Wait, you've been to the gym fucking with people at the gym?
No,
I mean, Jim, him.
I met myself.
Oh, sorry.
Meaning, like, they'll
Yeah.
see things I don't see, because when I do comedy and I'm wearing these, I don't see sometimes. And they'll go, Jim, it's time to go. That means they're not vibing me, and we'll walk. And a lot of times they do.
Some people get mad.
Well, I'll tell you the funniest one I did 2 weeks ago. We're in Little Italy, and there's 5 Chinese people eating dinner.
How do you know they're Chinese?
Well, they're Asian.
Okay.
So, Little Italy. Jason, Little...
Stop touching me.
Oh, Jason, Little Italy.
How does your Chinese wife feel when you identify all Asians as Chinese?
Jason, I'm not attracted to you. But I'm friendly. But Jason, here, listen, he likes that. So, Jace, Chinatown is next to Little Italy.
Yes, that's right. They're across the street from each other.
Correct. So there's 5 Asian people eating, and I'm talking to these 2 guys, and I'm like, you're gonna tell them, and I'm like, you're gonna tell them. I take my glass. He goes, what do you mean? I go, they're in the wrong restaurant. I told him twice, Chinatown's 2 blocks away. We don't have the egg foo young and the chow mein. You tell him I will. And then the guy makes a comment. He says, you're going to grab the check for me. I go, I said, you're being a real Jew, so here's what we're going to do. I told you twice I'm not going to grab it, but if you go over and you're nice about it, because I've told him twice, I haven't left yet. I already talked to the manager, but if you go talk to them and you'll maybe walk them over with me, I'll handle the check. And they're laughing, and then these guys are zooming in on the Asian people, and they're almost ready to come over and kill me. So that's kind of what makes it funny, is it's the reactions of the people. So that gives you an idea of the type of stuff.
Has anyone ever told you that you look Asian?
No.
A little bit.
Really? Is it true?
Yeah, you kind of look like have you had a lot of plastic surgery?
No, what I've had done is not plastic surgery, but the little of the dysphoria and a little of the filler to look younger.
Right.
But
You do look younger.
no, it helped. But in terms of me
Can
doing,
you raise your eyebrows?
no, because I just did it.
The Botox.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not letting anybody start. It's just a little added. Yeah.
You been cut, yeah.
No, and they're not doing that.
What's wrong with being cut open?
I just don't want all that. I just want to look a little younger. I don't gotta look perfect. I just want to look a little nicer. That's all.
He kind of reminds me of like there's fighters that get punched in the head a lot, and they kind of have like not dumb that you look like
What?
the scar tissue starts to make you look a little Asian, not Chinese, a little
Interesting.
Asian.
Do I look a little Asian from the stuff a little bit?
I think maybe it's because your eyebrows are like.
I'd say who you physically resemble, and I think your image is somewhat similar as well, is the legendary crooner Wayne Newton.
Yeah, I've got
Oh
that.
yeah.
Is he like Hawaiian or something?
He's
Yeah.
Indian. Native
Is he?
American Indian.
He is. You're right.
And you're not.
Jewish, Italian, and Irish. I'm a mutt.
Me too.
So dad was Jewish and Irish, and mom was Jewish and Italian. So you figure out what I was.
All right. Well,
I'm a mutt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Asians are.
Have you actually been attacked on the street telling jokes of this nature?
These guys, he'll
They have been.
He'll save you.
But Mike, can I say
Why
something?
do you think it hasn't come close to that?
I don't know how.
Because he's living on that edge. Do you think he's just so goddamn charming? Is that what it is?
That must be it's his handsome hairline. I don't know, but I would expect him to be thrown on the sidewalk many times.
You think one of these days he's bound to get his ass kicked?
I don't think so.
You don't seem like you're that rude. You sound like you're kind of.
I kind of
fun.
I can kind of vibe something.
Okay.
I have this sixth sense.
Yeah.
There's just something. Rickles had it too. He knew when to go and when not to go.
You and Rickles are very similar. You're saying.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I used to watch his shows in the casinos as a kid, tape them on my tape recorder, and go home and memorize them.
Yeah, it shows. Yeah.
I watch YouTube videos of Sinatra and Tom Jones constantly. I watch the charisma, how they sing, what they do with their hands, how they engage an audience.
If you watched anybody new,
No, I'm such an old school buff.
but you're on YouTube.
I know, and these
Why don't
guys.
you watch
and
YouTubers?
Jason, these guys are trying to keep me current, but I'm so stuck in the '80s when I grew up, and it's so funny as you get older. And my wife's like, if somebody wanted to kill you, they know where you eat every Tuesday night. I'm so like predictable.
Someone wanted to kill you,
They would know where I'm at.
but why would somebody want to
No,
kill you?
I'm saying they know I'm predictable. I eat at the same restaurant. I watch the same stuff on TV. As you
figured
get
out what-
older, it's harder to change. I think that's what I meant.
Right.
Not in a bad way. So
Have you ever been in a movie?
Uh,
Why is that a hard question?
well, I would say no.
What do you mean you would say no?
Well, I've done stuff, but not in a movie.
Wait,
Like a
have you
main
been in
movie.
adult films?
No, I have no interest in that. I meant like I've done stuff online with the social media.
Not movies.
Correct.
He's saying they've done like scripted, more elaborate videos, but nothing that
Right.
nothing that rises to the level of being a film.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's got it.
I got you.
He's got it.
Just saying, like you seem like you could be like in a movie of like a soprano-y kind of.
Yeah,
You know?
I know. With the wise guy Jersey addict.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's like your terminology is like you're in Sopranos, like you're
Yeah.
with your
I've
weird-
heard that.
Yeah.
Put it like this: when we shoot Little Italy, we're a hit. They're feeding us free at restaurants now. They just every time you go, come in and have dinner.
Wait.
It's on me. We're like
Wait,
we're
you-
a celebrity down there now.
You attack people like you try to make comedy with people on the street.
Now they know I'm famous. They want to feed us. They want us to promote the restaurant.
Yeah.
What do they?
It just
what do you mean they
happened.
know you're famous?
Tell them, Jarrell, at Lunella. Tell them about Lunella.
Bust out his Instagram. He shows it to them. And they're
I show
How many people do you have following on Instagram?
1.5 mil.
1.5 million.
That'll get you some free pizzas at
Is
Lunella.
your podcast big?
I started a podcast, but it's hard to get people to go on. And I did, I think, 4 episodes. I'm getting about 40,000 views. But what happens is I'm not known enough to get enough good people. And my business admin people, it's not them. They don't want me to do that now until I'm more of a name where I can get good names easier. So we're focusing on me getting on larger platforms and building our own fan base and getting larger before we do that. We have it, and we have Def Noodles has done our episodes. Ask Dennis, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
And he did a great job, and then it went to another guy who we don't work with anymore. That's going to go to Santiago to do the podcast edits.
Right. So getting back to the YouTube thing, do you have a lot of followers on YouTube?
75,000?
So not that big,
No.
but you're big,
I'm big on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Big on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Do you go live?
We do some lives. We just did a live yesterday. We promoted at Pink's because we're doing a big fanfare
Yeah.
Friday. So we made a hot dog with Juliet, And then there's a stupid hot dog inside that they did a funny video of. Just
Right.
a promotional thing. I like to promote businesses and help people.
Who writes the material for these upcoming bits?
We do it as we go. We're very creative, and we just do everything on the fly. And
Like while you're down here in California, what do you?
we're doing it as we go. And it's so fun because it's a journey. And like we have a sketch each day what we're doing, but we don't know. Like right before we came in, we were pranking people on the phone. We're calling Matan. We told them we're with Ethan Bradbury. We were pranking Paul.
Wait, you prank Matan?
Yeah, we pranked Matan right before we came in.
You can't trick him.
We
right?
told him Ethan and Mo Bradbury
you tricked
were here.
him?
We just tricked him.
Is
And then we had to call him because he's like a friend, and we had to tell him we just punked him because he's a super nice guy.
Wait, he fell for it.
He fell for it. He said, "You got to come to the studio. I got a studio on West Side with Thursday." And we're dying in the car. And I said, he's really like a friend. He got us on this, and he had us on the spot. I said, we have to call him back and tell him. And he was laughing. He goes, "You son of a bitch."
Wow.
We just pranked him a half hour ago.
But you got to call him back, and then because
Of course, I called him back, Mike and Jason.
Have you ever pranked anybody where it didn't go well, and when you tried to apologize, they didn't accept your
Paul's
apology?
upset right now. We just pranked him, and he's upset.
Paul.
A guy we know from Dan Tannis, he wants to come onto a podcast. We may get on, and I told him the guy.
But he didn't accept your apology.
Well, he's mad because he wants to go on with me because he knows
He wants to go on where?
this podcast with
This
me.
one.
Not yours, somebody
Oh.
else's. The guy from Entourage. Kevin
Oh, wow.
Connolly.
Yeah.
We may get on that, and Paul thinks because I'm going to get on, he should go on because he knows him. And I said, it's not up to me, it's up to the guy. And he's getting mad at me. He said, then you ask him. How can I tell a guy who invites me to, I'm going to tell you who's nice enough to have me on, that I want to bring a guest on. It's not my podcast, Paul.
Right.
It's his podcast.
Yeah.
So he's getting mad, and he gets on the phone, and he starts going, tell him what you did. He goes, you homie, you're talking bad, because he's Spanish.
Right.
You're talking bad about my bro. I'm going to come down here with my crew, with my people.
Right.
And Paul's like, bring it on. And he goes, I'm Spanish. I got guns. And Paul, we're doing all these pranks, and we're just dying laughing because we're just fucking around with people is what we're doing. It's like Punked, that show on
And this
TV.
is all going on the Jomo show?
Well, it's all being filmed. He's filming it, and you know what? Why it's funny, Chase, because it's not even planned, and that's what makes me funny on the street when I do something unplanned. Like I sat down, I did a shoot a year ago, and at the foot of the hill there, at Rodeo, there is a big table. This was at the end of the shoot. I had the big cameras and security guards, and there's about 15 black people sitting down, and at the head of the table seat, there's no one there. I got my crew. I said that. I go, guys, I appreciate you waiting. It's all right if a famous Jewish comedian buys dinner for you. And the guys tell me the seat's supposed to be taken. I said, I understand. I'm late. It's okay. And I said, you look good. I said, you're doing a nice job. And I said, when I figure out what job you're doing, I'm going to tell your wife, And I'm doing a little Jackie Mason. And, I'm kibitzing with them. And they're dying laughing. And they're strangers. And the videographer, the skit ended in 5 minutes. He goes, dude, I can't even fucking hold the camera. I don't know how you just go up to people. You don't even know them. They're your fucking best friends. We walked in Vito Esposito's salon. I come in like this. There's a guy in the back. He's painting his hair. I said, Vito, I've told you 3 times to bring the hairline lower. We talk about this every day, yet you don't listen. I'm going to sit down with you.
That's pretty
You're
funny.
going to measure. He's dying laughing. All his staff's coming over. He's giving me free products. I said, first of all, I don't like how you do hair. I don't
You're like the
your
white
products.
Stephen A. Smith.
Almost. I'm like that fucking guy, Tom Green, that had the show in the 90s and walked in people's homes, started eating their food. But
We are familiar with Tom Green.
it's that kind of fucked up shit. But you know what? It works. I don't know why it works, Mike, but it works. And we love doing it. We love doing it. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
So how does this leap happen? So this is what you're doing now, and you were a dentist at one point. You go, this is what I'm going to do. And
Well,
I
I'm
get the
still
hair.
a dentist.
So, I know.
Yes.
But when's the first time that you just walk up to strangers on the street and you go, well, let's just see how this goes?
So are you ready for this, Mike?
Yes.
My cousin Nikki, who
I'm not surprised you have a cousin, Nikki.
works in a casino. You meet Nikki at the Hard Rock?
Oh, yeah.
He says to these guys, I've known Jim since I've been 10 and he's been 15. He's been doing this same thing since he was a kid. Jason, never changed as a person. I formalized it, is all I did. I've been doing this shtick And my wife said, why did I go with you? You were absolutely a little better looking when you were younger, but you were funny as shit, and you constantly made me laugh. Because I come from this affluent Asian family. Everyone's serious. You're not allowed to laugh. You're not allowed to talk. You got to wait till your parents eat before you eat. It's like that Crazy Rich Asian movie, which is how they are, because I'm married into an Asian family. But they're the kindest, nicest people, and they support you and your family, and they do nice things. But she said, I just never met anybody. And she said, you got my dad to laugh. And my dad's the most serious Asian business guy. Nobody got him laughing. He says, you had him laughing in New York at dinner. And he doesn't laugh. I'm that good. I'm that good. So I don't know what the fuck it is, Jace, but I have something. But I'll tell you the truth. Did you see the Elvis movie?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the mother said?
No.
They were in Graceland. And this hit me that I had to see the movie twice. And this is what she said. You have a gift. And it is your responsibility to share your gift, and you have a gift too. I met you for 2 minutes outside before I came in here, and I said, there's something about you, the way you look, the way you act. You got that attitude, you got something. And very few people have it. But if you have it, Tom Jones has it. You got to share that with the world. And I feel an obligation that I have to do that, and I want to do that. I want to do that. Sitting in a dental chair, bending over at my age, and doing a crown, it ain't where it's at, Mike.
I believe that.
It ain't where it's at.
Yeah, we agree.
I'm talking to you guys because you're creators, and we're talking open and we're talking love because that's what we do, and a lot of us aren't doing it for money. So you got to talk honestly, and it's just not where it's at. It's a good start at a foundation to make a nice living, but as you get older, you don't want to do it. Yeah.
Right. Weird.
Should we take a look at some of the things that are happening in the world?
Oh, sure. I wanted to hear more. Do you have material that you do, or?
Yeah. I mean,
It just seems like a weird. I'm more intrigued on how you get away with it, where you don't.
you know how I get
offend
away
anybody.
with it? You know how I get away with it because I'm very likable deep down, and people can see it. So I can first.
You're kind of creepy, though.
Well, I'm creepy more to young girls that are snowflakes. I'm not creepy to blacks and Italians. They fucking die and laugh and they want more. I went up to a Chinese cop.
Why is it always Asian?
I went up to a Chinese cop in Little Italy, and I did the same thing as the restaurant.
You got a story about coming up to a black guy?
Oh, I go up to them too.
Tell me a story about that.
So I see a black guy, and I say, honey, you got to stand back because we really don't know how big this thing's really going to get. And it isn't my responsibility this time. We talked twice.
Right.
So it's like something like that.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of different black jokes too. That's just one.
Right.
And I just have jokes, no matter what it is.
But you find that you don't do that well with young white women?
Women, go insult a fat girl. They're going to kill you. Insult a fat guy.
That
they're
is
going to laugh.
great advice, man.
Fat
You
chicks hate
can't
that.
insult a fat girl, but you can insult
sure?
a fat guy.
Right.
Believe me, I know. I've done it.
You tried that.
It didn't work about 10 times.
Yeah.
It took you 10
Moby
tries before you to realize.
No, I'm just an idiot. I don't give a shit.
Right.
It's not. Jason, I know, but I just do. My crew's like, how many times? I go, all right, guys, I'll stop.
I tried to prank one person on the radio, and he hates me still to this day, I think.
Because they're snowflakes.
You think Joe Rogan's a snowflake?
No. Was it him?
Yeah.
Oh, my boy. No. He's definitely not.
But I tried to call to apologize, but here was my mistake.
What'd you
When
do?
I called to apologize, I did the character again real quick.
Were you still on the radio when you called back with the apology?
Yeah.
Yeah, that may have been.
No, he probably wouldn't like you to do it privately, so you weren't doing
Yeah.
it to show.
I think you might be right because
He wants to see it's from your heart, not for publicity.
right. It wasn't for publicity.
But what did you do that upset him?
I called him as a girl. I have this voice machine that makes you sound like a girl.
Yeah.
And I called him. I was like, "Hey, Joe, like it's me again," And he was like, "I don't know you." And I was like, "Yeah, you do."
So
Remember
you just
when
were cute, but why would that bother him?
I don't
he
know.
sensitive?
That's why I didn't catch it. Like I didn't.
Well,
catch
because in the best case scenario, if your trick had worked, he would have been saying publicly to the world that he steps out on his wife when he's out on the road.
But I didn't think that he did.
Oh, does he? Does he, Mike?
I don't think that he does. I have no idea.
Sure, it's not worth it.
I strongly doubt it. But that would be why you would.
That
take
would be the insinuation you were saying about him, which hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
if he were to play along with that and not realize he was on the radio, then
Makes
he would be
sense.
confessing.
But you don't seem like you you got that tough guy thing, but you seem like you're a good guy. You got a
It's
good
bullshit.
heart.
I'm not a tough guy at all.
No, you've got a good heart. I've been talking to you an hour. You're a good person.
Yeah, I'm not.
And
I'm
you know,
not.
when you get older, you know the ropes and you know kind of the do's and don'ts and you know the game.
I could see you messing with me on the street, and I would find you approachable.
Yeah, you'd probably be
I
cool.
wouldn't punch you.
Would you laugh or just walk away, though? If you didn't know me.
It depends. I guess I'd probably
Well,
laugh
I
more
would
if I was
start
Asian.
up with the tattoos. I would probably do something.
What would you
like
do?
that. I would say I spoke to Barnum and Bailey, and they like to see you Tuesday. They have a little something for you. They don't want to do the trapeze thing this time. They want you to do the trip with the snake and the Cleopatra thing.
Right.
I can make a phone call, but I wouldn't say anything insulting because you could hurt my family because he's intimidating looking.
Well, I do know where you live and where you work.
Exactly. But I would say it in a cute way. Say, please don't hurt my family. You know where they live. Last time you got me, you had my in on a meat hook in Bayonne. We're not going to do that again, are we?
Right.
So I would be cute. Where he'd like me, and he realized maybe he didn't like the joke, but he realized I'm not going to be an ass to him. So you see, that's how I get away with it.
Yeah. You get releases from people?
No,
Oh.
we don't do that either. If we ever blew up and like
Then you
we're
would have
cooking,
to.
oh yeah, then you have to do it. But we don't do that. People come up to us to be on
I'm
because
sure.
they see us.
I don't
filming.
doubt that. Yeah.
People want to, Jason,
Yeah.
be part of this. It happens all the time when we film. And the more there's crew with us, the more they come up. And then it makes me want to be on more and do it.
Have you ever thought about doing your own dentistry to yourself?
No.
That'd be a cool YouTube video.
How would I do that?
Like, you know how Rambo sewed himself up?
Yeah.
No.
that.
Yeah,
Series
no.
of mirrors.
Exactly, no.
Nah.
I'm going to be honest with you. When my son gets out of dental school,
He's going to fix your teeth?
no, take one more guess. Mike may hit it first. What do you think the big man's doing when he gets out and he comes in the office?
You're gonna
What do you think I'm
You're going to
doing?
get your hair, like the thing where they sew fake hair into your hair.
Now, what am I doing, Mike, when my son walks into the office?
You're walking out.
I'm walking out of the office.
Oh, and he's taking over and you still get some of the money.
He can even have the money.
The whole thing.
Well, once I show him the ropes, because if I walk out, he's got to learn. I got to teach him.
Right.
That was my point.
That's a good plan.
I'm holding on to pass the torch.
And you
you
think
know in the
it's-
Olympics when the guy runs and stops and gives the next guy the torch.
Do you think
That's
he'll
what
be
I'm doing.
satisfied with being a dentist?
He wants to be a dentist.
But did you think you wanted to be a dentist and now you
I
don't?
wanted to be an orthodontist, and I didn't get in.
What's the difference?
Braces.
You just wanted to do braces.
Ask me why.
Why?
Because when I was young, Dr. Elliot had everybody do all his work, and he was always on the phone. And I said, Dad, the guy Elliot I go to that does my braces, he makes a lot of money. He's got the big house in Market, and he's always on the phone, and all the girls do all the work. I said, that's a job I want to do. And in the summer, he worked half days. I said, I want that job. When
So
I
you
was
don't-
young, he impressed me with his work schedule, the money he made.
You don't want to work.
I work with my brain smart. My mom always said to me, you can work or work smart. So instead of me having one office, I had 5. So I had 5 revenue streams. Then COVID fucked up. I got rid of 2 and sold real estate. Now I have 3. I don't make a lot of money no more.
All right.
So it's not only is it harder to make money, I don't want to do it anymore. It's hard. When I drive in, I want to hit every red light. If I don't, I stop at Dunkin' Donuts and I'm late. And the girls go, you're late. I go, you're lucky I'm here. I
Right.
really don't even want to come, especially on Monday.
Yeah.
What about
It's hard
being
for
a-
me, Mike, to go in anymore.
Are your hands fucked up? That happens
Nope.
to a lot of dentists.
No, I'm so in good shape for
Yeah.
my age.
Do you work out?
I wouldn't say I work out, but I'm in shape. Like I walk a lot,
Right.
but I just don't. Do you know how hard it is to do something, Mike, when you're older that you don't want to do?
I can only imagine.
So hard.
I'm getting
Jason.
there.
Have you ever been out in the sun?
Sure. I grew up down the shore. I was in the sun all the
You got
time
any proof?
as a kid.
Have you guys ever seen him in the day?
Stop.
I'm just saying
learned.
he's got a bit of a vampire vibe.
No, I won't.
He could be a count.
I don't
Sorts.
want to do sun anymore because I see what sun damage
Are you
does
seeing it?
to people.
Remember the guy?
What are you saying? I'm like a corpse?
I'm saying you might be a vampire.
No, it's because I
What's
got
the
this
guy?
shit
Remember the guy
done.
with Keanu Reeves? That vampire?
Can't.
No, like
His
the
forehead was
like the
fucking-
Undertaker, the wrestler.
No,
almost.
no.
like a Transylvanian orthodontist.
Yes, like a yes.
No, it's because
Wait a minute. Are you his? What is it called?
Oh, are you his familiar?
Yeah, are you two his familiars?
Try to leave. Just try.
no, it's because of the work, Jace. A little bit of work, a little bit.
Yeah, that's what a vampire would say. That's like the devil never tells you that he's the devil.
Mike, you're the nice one out of it.
I'm good.
He's
I'm good cop.
a good cop. Yeah, he's a good cop. No, it's because of the work a little bit. But I was in the
You
sun.
got scary eyes, man.
Why? Because they got a little something done?
No.
Did you get your eyes done?
No, it's because they put a little filler and a little stuff here and here. But I never got nothing done.
No, you can get your neck done.
No, they just put this for here.
What do you mean this for?
It's
here?
like
what?
It's like Botox.
Oh,
But it's liquid.
I thought you meant like an insertion.
No. It's like a liquid Botox. It's liquidy. It makes it more smoother. It's nicer. It's the
Cool.
same ingredient.
Does your wife like the work? Did you get her some too?
She's Asian. They don't age. Their skin's gorgeous.
Touche.
Yeah. My wife looks 10 years younger without any work.
She
done.
puts a lot of
Pretty.
creams on though, right?
They use creams constantly, and her mom does, and they don't do the sun. They're very smart with their skin.
That's why they wear that weird.
Is your
Gigantic
wife,
hats.
Is your wife like my wife with her face and skin?
No.
Because the Asian women, the smart ones are real good like that. They don't do sun.
But the dumb
and
ones,
their hair.
they get out there in the sun.
The dumb ones
No.
get real tan.
Yeah,
the
my
dum-dummies.
wife's a sleazy beach bitch.
Tell your wife I'm going to talk to her and straighten her out about the sun. The
I
sun's
think
bad
she
for
knows
you.
the decisions that I think she's capable.
She knows.
Yeah,
She knows.
She moved to Southern California from Milwaukee.
Wait a
I
minute,
think she knew
where-
what she was signing up for.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Northern Jersey. We talked about.
Oh,
this
yeah,
before.
yeah.
I'm up by the sports. I'm up by where they buried
how
Jimmy
long?
Hoffa.
How long were you there before you moved here?
I was there. I don't know, like 25 or so years.
Oh, so you were there a long time.
Yeah, and I've been out here about 20 years. Yeah,
Where do you like it better?
here. I'm heading back there this weekend.
Are you?
I get about 4 days. I'm going to a wedding. The whole Jersey.
Are you going to be around on the 19th?
Don't go out at night.
We're in Little Italy. Come
Are you
on,
going to be at the San Gennaro Festival?
No,
I've had
it's
more.
over. It's over.
I've had more than enough Zeppelis. I'm good. Thank
But you could come to Cipriani's on October 19th, have dinner with us,
I will keep that in
and
mind.
bring Jason.
I'm alright.
We'll be there. Why are you out?
I don't really eat like food like people.
He's actually not kidding.
Why?
You're the vampire, but he doesn't actually eat food.
But you're like built and you're so
Yeah, I
good-looking with
I
your
only eat one thing over
body.
and over again.
He's on the Marjorie Taylor Greene diet.
What is it? What is it?
I drink
vegetables?
freedom milk 24/7.
Wait a minute. Do you eat regular or you don't eat regular?
I eat. I just don't. I only eat like one thing, kind of.
What?
Like I just eat grass-fed beef with rice and a sweet potato and an avocado.
Is this true?
This is true.
Why is that your diet?
Because
Just look at him.
yeah,
I get
He's
that.
gorgeous.
The bill's great, but why that? You could do that with a different diet.
No, I can't.
Really?
Yeah, like I have an animal-based diet, so
Okay.
I don't cheat. I'll cheat. Like sometimes I have a donut or a cookie or something. Like I would go to dinner one time and eat like what everyone eats, but I mainly don't want to because you cook it in like weird stuff, and I don't want any of your processed stuff. I eat clean because I want to. I'm still a skateboarder. I still fight. I still train, and I want to. And I don't want to get old, and it's coming because I am old.
No, I don't.
So I'm holding on to it.
We're holding on to middle age. And I'm
How many
losing.
120-year-old people do you know?
And I'm
See, it's like I got 10 more years, and if I play my cards right, I can still do sports until I die.
well. Do you still want to do sports?
Yeah,
Still want to do sports
every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you answered it.
Yeah,
I didn't know if at your age you're like, I'm just going to do comedy, stay in good shape, and eat and do this. You still want to do sports.
Yeah. Like I've fought like 15 people on Tuesday night.
You're really active.
Yeah, and then I skate the ramp. But do you know who Tony Hawk is?
They do. Who's Tony?
He doesn't know who
Is he
Tony
a
Hawk is.
Skateboarder?
Yeah. There you go.
How
You
about
knew.
my cousin Jason Lee?
Yeah, that's not true. That's a bad joke. You can't say it twice. I guess
I did get him coming in on that.
Did not get me, but
No,
yes, you
I
did
hit
say
you,
it.
but you did know. He knew.
I knew what? That you're not Jason related to Jason
yeah.
Lee
You did
whatsoever?
know.
Yeah, I know.
Fellow Chinese Jason.
But guess, time out. You know what?
Jason Bruce Lee,
But you know what I'm related to, and you're not going to believe this. And you're going to laugh. And you're
Dracula.
Bruce Lee.
No, you're not. Well, then you are Asian, and you lied.
I didn't want to tell you.
Sarah Lee.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Touche. I'm not.
Oh man. So
That means I'm putting my glasses back on. Damn it. That's it.
what's your Instagram? So even
Your
though you don't
Instagram
really
is The Jersey Outlaw.
right, of course.
At The Jersey Outlaw. The YouTube is Jimmie Lee, The Jersey Outlaw. The Twitter is, I think, Jersey Outlaw XOXO. Or no.
Are you on there?
Jersey Outlaw XX.
Are you on there?
Twitter.
Yeah. No, but are you? Do you look at it?
We don't have a big Twitter. I
Do you
had to start
TikTok?
it over. Yeah, TikTok's not bad. TikTok is at The Jersey Outlaw. That has about 50 or 60,000 subs. It's not bad TikTok.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. But you're
My
kicking ass on Instagram.
My driver's Instagram.
Millions is kicking ass.
Yeah, and we focused on the one that, works the best. Just like in dental, the main location that makes all the money, we focused on the most.
Do you sell merch?
We were doing merch. It's kind of flat, and I think we're going to go back to merch when we don't have to do Printify and Shopify when we're bigger, like our own podcast. I think we want to grow more into a recognizable brand.
I get it.
And when we're
What
larger,
about this character as a dentist?
I'm looking at it like a business. I want to be able to monetize it when I'm more known to get better podcast guests, more views, and then merch the line correctly with maybe designers and buying and storing and shipping, not doing it the one-offs.
The
Designers.
print on demand, yeah.
Well, I want to do it right, but I'm not ready because I'm not known enough and branded enough.
No,
We're
skipping
focusing
steps.
now on really trying to get on, and we appreciate you and people that put us on that have platforms to get more known. And I think there'll come a point if we get lucky enough when we do, then we'll monetize and do the back end stuff. I just don't think I'm going to get there this second to do that.
What about wrestling? Do you think you could be like a manager for a wrestler?
I could be Freddie Blassie.
Yeah.
Remember Jimmy the Mouth Hart?
Yes.
People tell me that I should be a managing wrestler.
It doesn't look. I've seen like dumber things work.
Dumber things work.
Jimmy Lethal.
Jimmy Lethal.
Ooh,
That was actually
dude.
good.
Thank you.
Jimmy Lethal Lee. That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
That actually we may be stealing. Jimmy Lethal Lee.
That's yours. That's not a crime.
What's
That's yours.
your do you have like a nickname? Like Rowdy Piper was Rowdy
Right.
Piper.
A Wolfmate.
Jason
Wolfmate.
Wolfman?
Yeah, no, Wolfmate.
Wolfmate.
Yeah.
Why Wolfmate?
Because I've got a wolf tattooed on my head and I'm from Australia. Mate.
Wolfmate.
Wolf.
Oh,
Mate.
so your nickname is Wolfmate.
Yeah.
So if you box, do they bring you in as Wolfmate?
No.
Or Jason
I don't-
Wolfmate Ellis?
No, I'm not. My boxing thing is not a joke.
So you're that
It's
name.
Jason.
So do you ever fight for
Oh, the last fight I had, it was
Cage
Shark
Fury?
Hard, but everything I've ever done where it's a name, it's a joke.
do you do Cage Fury?
You understand? What?
Cage Fury's my dental patient, Rob Haydick. He owns it. He does Cage Fury. It's my patient.
an organization, right?
Yeah. Do you ever do Cage Fury?
No, I did not. No, I'm
He's
not
really
really a
nice.
fighter. I fight. I am a fighter, but I don't fight for money. I got into fights because I wanted to. I'm a pro skateboarder.
Do you know I was a boxer one time?
No, you weren't. Well, here we go.
And do you know what I did every time I fought?
Go ahead.
Bleed.
There you go.
Here we go. He knew it was a bit.
Yeah, when anyone has a nose as straight as yours, when you say you're a fighter, the answer is liar.
You know who taught me how to fight?
No, you.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Your
Muhammad
wife.
Ali, Joe Frazier, and Angelina Jolie. And you know what I learned from her, Jason? Hell of a lot more than I learned from Muhammad Ali. Mike knows he did the same thing.
You can catch that on his Instagram and on his YouTube.
Plenty more where that came from.
Plenty
Like that.
more where that came from.
Coming soon to a Chinese restaurant near
thank
you.
Jason. Thank
Being
you.
on the show. We'll see you next week, everybody. Don't die.